Good evening, students. 4.3. This is worksheet 4.3 of your conference book. So, in your unit, the fourth one with the non-fiction, we have this one world, one culture. So, let's see with the exercise answers. Exercise A. The resume of a fresh graduate is normally of one page. Fresh graduate means only one page you will have your write up. Your resume or CV must include your personal details, education, and details of your work experience. The next one is the purpose of a resume is very simple to get you a job interview. And then the term personal details covers name and address. That's the 4 questions you have here in the first page. And the next page you could see the 5th question. Your education summary should list places of study and all the relevant qualifications that you have gained. The 6th one, which period of education is not normally detailed in a CV or resume is primary or elementary social level. And 7th one is under what experience list all jobs with the dash job at the top. Okay, you will go with the latest. Latest will be the first one. Okay, and 8th one, the best way to apply for a job is to submit a resume that is specially written for that particular job. And 9th one is a summary placed at the beginning of the resume acts as a statement of objective. And the last 10th question over, use bullet points and short sentences on the resume to describe previous job experience. Okay, this is your 10 questions. Next we have the 11th one. We would move to the 11th one. In an interview, when you do not know an answer, you should admit that you do not know the answer. Don't be trying to say some other answers. It is just, you can just admit that yes, I don't know the answer. Nothing wrong in that. Saying truth is very, very important instead of saying a lie and trying to cover it up with many things. So don't talk any lies there. Just be very truthful to your answers. When you are asked to provide 2 or 4 professional references, you could add details of your current or former manager, co-workers, or college professors. Okay, and the next one is a cover letter should accompany the resume and include the following what and all. So all the above is very important. So you can just tick the answer as all the above. Use all those things in your cover letter and resume. Since HR departments do background and reference checks, it is always good to dash in the resume to stick to facts. Okay, a cover letter is intended to what? A cover letter is intended to do all of these, like compliment, add a personal touch, create a critical first expression. So everything is important. And the last question, 16th in this page, you have a question about the role you are applying for. You should politely present your query. So any question you have, you should be very, very politely making up your questionnaires. So that is your 16th question. And then we have the 17th question. During an interview, the interviewer is accessing your ability to fit in their organization. So your ability is very important to how to fit it. Which one of these is a quality that employers look to in employees during the interview? It is trustworthiness, as I told you first itself. What should you be prepared to ask question about the job? And the last question, which of these is extremely important during job interviews? Is all of these. So this is your answer for your 4.3 worksheet. Okay, 4.3 worksheet. And I suppose I didn't post the exercise, the book back for you. There are few questions. Just we'll see this one word, one culture. It's very simple lesson only actually. Like she'll only be talking, the person will only be stating that what is so important. Everywhere it is the only one world and how we have to go about with this. That's your this lesson. You can just read about the text, like what culture is, and how the dynamic idea, what does it state. Okay, what is Kenneth J. Pakenham, okay, the associate professor of Emirates in Department of English tries to like telling, like what does she try to tell in this lesson, how harmonized we should be, okay, and how easy it is to advocate things, and what are the pluses and the minuses of having cultural related you know issues. She connects many places, like she talks about American television, she talks about French, she talks about Chinese. So she brings in many culture into this lesson, and she tries to portray that everywhere let it be, but let us have only one culture, that is being harmonious and fruitful to people. This is what her thought of lesson is. And when we come to the comprehension check, which multinational retail chain had a branch in forbidden city of Beijing that was moved away is Starbucks. Okay, which country has reformed censorship laws to limit American is China. The Afghan rapper, okay, DJ Besho raps in which of the following languages? Dari. Okay, in which of the following industry does the USA employ a majority of India's call centers? And which of the following refers to an individual collective being influences? Americanization. I have given you a wrong tick mark. Sorry, it is actually Americanization. Okay, the third one. Okay, so this is all our answers for it, and that's what I'm telling. It's a very simple lesson. You can just read them. She's talking about rich culture, the globalization, how does it influence the culture, and then she talks about the standardization of things, and how English speaking workforce becomes very which is willing to work long hours for less money. So all this technology, how technology and finance goes hand in hand, and she talks about the recent evidence, okay, and progress coming at a price. Then before globalization, how culture was; after globalization, how it was. North American attitudes. See, actually, what I have told my students is, with regards to non-fiction, you just know things. Because we have 6 questions, okay, in your non-fiction, in your question paper, we have 6 questions in which one part can be omitted. Like out of 6, only 5 should be answered. What I have trained my students is, I have told them to only learn the 5 parts, that is let them learn the prose, poetry, and the short stories, and I told them to omit this uh, what is this non-fiction part, and then you can learn the last part, that is Shakespeare's. This is what I've told them, and they are also following. So your 4.4, sorry, 4.3, one word one culture, I have completed for you, inclusive of your worksheet. So first I began the video with the worksheet, so this is one which I've begun already, and from there, if you watch my video, all these answers has been given already. And so this fourth point also got over. 4.4 with the portion size is a trick, I'll do it in the next video. Thank you, students.